Good day everyone, back with some more Monster Hunter World here. Going to head over to our room right quick. Because, after making mates with the bug trappers, and this goes for every other tribe you make friends with, you talk to your palico, they will teach you palico how to befriend whatever the most common small monsters are in the map. So in this case, there are Jagras around, then our palico can befriend one and it'll fight alongside us as well. Of course, there's also a fast traveling system where we can ride on a Jagras ourselves. New in Iceborne. And, this is telling us about pets. So you capture some little critter. We can slap them in our room. Alright, let's go kill us a Buke. After we talk to the handler, of course. Let's see. Alright, I forgot to do that. Oops. Yeah, we'll go and get it over with. Probably good to refresh myself with the clutch claw anyway.
Button,
please. This is... Oh. Okay. Right. I think that should work. I don't know if that's even visible on the recording. It doesn't seem to be. Alright.
Yosh! いいぞ! クラッチクローは武器を構えていても発射できる。武器を構えてからクラッチクローを発射してみてくれ。よし、いいぞ。武器種によって扱い方が少し変わる。慣れるまでは扱い方の確認を怠るなよ。それでは次に進もう。クラッチクローをモンスターに当てるとしがみつくことができる。まずはしがみつき中に行う武器を使った攻撃方法を教えよう。この攻撃は装備する武器により性質が異なる。そうだな。今装備している武器ならモンスターがスリンガーの弾を落とす効果があるな。次に進む前にしがみつくタイミングについて教えよう。これは重要だぞ。モンスターが動いているときはしがみつきからの攻撃を狙いづらい。まずはモンスターを攻撃し、ひるんで動きが止まったところを狙うんだ。それじゃあ本番だ。モンスター相手に試してみよう。モンスターの攻撃に注意しながら攻撃を当てろ。
Let's pull back.
しがみつけ。よし、武器で攻撃しろ。よし、いいぞ。モンスターが落とすスリンガーの弾は非常に強力だ。積極的に使っていこう。それでは次に進もう。次に教えるしがみつき中の攻撃はモンスターの頭部を狙ったものだ。モンスターにもよるが、しがみつける部位はいくつかある。しがみついてからも他の部位へ飛び移ることはできるが、スタミナを消費する。狙った場所にしがみつけるようしっかり狙えよ。
He's actually best the damage
ス
wise.
リンガーの弾が必要だ。弾を探して装填してくれ。まずはモンスターを攻撃し、ひるんで動きが止まったところを狙うんだ。しがみつけ。今だ。スリンガーを使え。よし、いいぞ。この攻撃はスリンガー弾を全弾消費するが、モンスターを大きくぶっ飛ばすことができる。それでは次に進もう。次に教えるのはクローを使った攻撃方法だ。この攻撃はモンスターの頭部にしがみついて行う。まずはモンスターを攻撃し、ひるんで動きが止まったところを狙うんだ。動きが止まった。しがみつけ。クロー攻撃でモンスターの向き。よし、いいぞ。スタミナの消費が激しいが、連続で向き返しすることも可能だ。まずいな。モンスターが怒っている。怒っているモンスターにはぶっ飛ばしと向き替えが効かない。怒りで我を忘れているモンスターはとても危険だ。行動観察を怠るなよ。怒り中はモンスターの攻撃も激しくなる。離れて少し様子を伺うんだね。モンスターの怒りが収まったな。それでは次に進もう。次に教えるのはこれまでの教えを応用した攻撃方法だ。この攻撃は周囲の環境を利用する。しがみつき中に行ったぶっ飛
Shame
ば
I
し
didn't
攻
get
撃
that when I did it
モン
last
スターを
time.
壁に激突させるんだ。成功したら大きなチャンスが生まれる。自分の力で成功させてくれ。素晴らしいな。こんな風に周囲の状況や環境を使って狩りを有利に進めてくれるんだ。これで全ての説明は終わりだ。お疲れさん、頑張ったな。
Easy enough. It's a little easier with non-insect glaive melee weapons to work all the claws stuff. Just because you have extra, besides the slinger, you have shooting at your insect and controlling it as well. So sometimes the controls can trip over each other a wee bit. Just a bit. Right, now let's go. Should be done there, yeah. Incidentally, if you are curious, if the completed sign is red, that means you've completed every single optional quest available at that level. But if it's blue, that means you've completed all the ones you have access to, but there are still ones you haven't unlocked yet in this tier. Yeah, Puka is around there, from what I remember. Oh, we'll want to swing by and grab some little buddies before fighting, just so we can begin leveling them up. Let's see. Any cats on the map? Yeah, but they're over there. That's the actual nest though. There they are. We can swing by and grab a Jagras over here. If you want to know where Puka Puka is, the little buggers, basically, actually, over that way, where we keep fighting the Anjana. Alright, you befriend one of these Jagras. Come on. Oh, yeah, that one was fire stick. Go ahead and befriend that one. Interesting. You can get I thought you could only get orange from the little buggers. Why are we headed this way? I said we were. Wait, no. Need to go. Where's the engine now? Don't see it on the map yet. Wait a minute. Slid a little too far. He left us. Grab these webs. Alright, I need to start making traps. Now, in lower rank at least, they give you traps when you happen to be doing capture quests, whether it's investigations or optional quests. So that's nice. There we go. Go and grab one of those. I'm sure I'm getting a lot of light crystals. Yep, spiders a bit too. Some people are crazy like that. Actually, come to think of it, where are the bats? What's the hidden spot over here that I forgot to cover yesterday? Bone pile and flash book. There we go. Scale parts. Or scarecrow. I don't know why I keep catching these things. Because they already have all the trophies. So I really need to go out of my way to do that. Alright. Let's go back to over here to get the bouquet. So those are Armand flies, the one they're pets as well. But if they glow in red like that, as one might expect, it means danger. Read. There we go. Got caught in an animation, couldn't roll in time to roll the dodge.
モンスターが移動を始めたな。シルベムシを頼りに追いかけるぞ。
Typically, Alan and Arthur show up in the middle of this fight. Idea is he likes to be a bit of a bugaboo on you early on. So, Phuket basically it's too early. Okay, now I need the bottle. There we go. Easy as. Basically general flying wyvern type skill set with a lot of kicks. Easy to Yoshi. Double tail whip, easy to dodge. The tongue can get you if you're not careful. It's go a bit wider than you might be expecting. And can spit poison. So keep those in mind and you'll be good to go. Bouquet's probably one of the easiest fights in the game. He is the fastest one you encounter besides Arjuna. That will actually stun you with his roar. But Flying Wyvern roars. Although I think Bouquet still counts as a bird wyvern. I wouldn't swear to that though. I've actually forgotten. Monster Bone in. That's what we like to see. Good drops. Get used to these sacks. Besides gems and plates and the like, these are going to be a worst nightmare. Getting those. Just starting out at least. If you like to craft a lot, there'll be you'll need quite a few of them. Definitely a thing. Alright, who's ready for a new map already?
おのおのなすことを考えろ。
次は学者さんの護衛任務ですね。
Need to mine a bunch of stuff. Flying Wyvern, Improved Wyvern. Those are easy now. Some investigations. If you're farming parts, generally investigations are your best bet. Capture a Grey Jagras. That's actually one of the more difficult ones because he's suspicious. It's very easy to kill him before you realise he's limping. Definitely have to burn an eye out for that. Alright, there's voice and books. Okay, trap tools, 200 Zene. Go ahead and buy 100 of them. Just for kicks and giggles. So with ammo and the like, you can buy ammo and stuff here, as you can see, but it's pretty easy just to be completely self-sufficient in that and find it yourself out in the wild. But it ends up being so bloody cheap in the long run. And if you ever need to just buy a big chunk of it, typically when an event's going on and everything's half price, you'll be good to go. Large barrels. And we can go ahead and show you traps here. So you need to make a net and use a trap tool to make a pitfall trap. But well, for one, let's put this as auto crafting because neither of those are particularly useful outside of making nets out of them. Oh, I should probably actually make that. We have some traps. Go ahead and make those automatically as well. So sleep herbs and parish rooms. Definitely need to keep those in mind. Right. I don't think there's... Oh, right. Valley Go weapon. I nearly forgot. Don't get pelt. It's interesting. So we can make this Puka Puka bar. As you see, it has poison on it. So now Kitty Cat can poison the enemies and actually do some proper damage that way. We'll just give them a little defense here. Doesn't particularly matter. Everything else is about the same. Ask for if you were wanting to not bother with the defender armor, so it's too tanky, makes it not fun, can't learn, that sort of thing. Then you want to actually aim for a starter armor set. Bone helm, bone chest, Kestodon gauntlets, just the waist, cooler boots for some critical eye. What is the waist? Which one is the waist? I suppose Jagris waist works for fortify in case you get carted. A solid starting armor set for you for your first few hunts. Generally you want things to boost your offense as you get better at the game, at least. Better at dodging and the like. I'm just going to stick with this for now though. As for our weapon, as you can see, it's still going to be a bit before we can upgrade that. However, we will be needing to make a barn tree weapon eventually and take it down here. I think it'll be down here. Yeah, that looks right. And go along that a bit. We'll be using the defender weapon all the way up until master rank, but shortly in the master rank we'll be swapping over to this tree, or rather the tree that branches off of this one early on in master rank. And that's the plan. I should actually probably weapons. Defender line bowgun. Mostly planning on sticking with insect blade probably, but I do like my bowguns, or my light bowguns. Bows are my favourite, but I main that on my main character, so no sense in doing it here as well. You can already upgrade that as well. So with bowguns, it's important to keep in mind the ammo that they can fire. This case, rapid fire, normal 2, be your bread and butter, which is nice because that's probably the easiest ammo to use. Well, besides slicing, because slicing you just hit them anyway, and it's going to do proper damage because it just pierces through defenses. Whereas normal, it's like you actually need to aim for the weak spot. But besides that, you're still quite mobile, and see, it has fast reload. Recoil 2. I forget what's mods it was. Okay. It has average reload, recoil rather. If we put 2 on, honestly I think we could just go double close range up. Give us a boost there. Not an expert with bowguns honestly, so I'm not sure if going to lower recoil would outdo the DPS of double close range mod. Iceborne insect. Earth crystal. Well, the next map is where we get those, so we'll be able to continue upgrading our cauldron. And then if we could kill another Argonaut and get another monster burn out, we can go straight to Windchopper. Before I do this, okay, just making sure there's not any optional quests I'm forgetting about. Didn't think there were any more yet. I don't know this. Welcome to the Wildspire Waste. Normally desert maps could be a bit looking, but I finally vary up the terrain on this one quite a bit, and it's quite a lovely map. Honestly, I feel like all the maps in this game are quite brilliant. Alright. So they're doing their thing. Bioherbs, fire ammo, for gunpowder. Oh. Let's see. Needle berries. Yeah, one of the two types of unique gathering points to this map, these cacti, and the other, these sketchy looking plants. Over here, you'll remember the adamant seed from the ancient forest. This is the offensive equivalent, the might seed, so you definitely want to pick those up. Incidentally, over here is a nest. You can find herbivore eggs. You can scurry on back to your base camp and drop those in the supply box. And little shortcut over here. You'll be setting pretty, but you'll get some bonus points. Speaking of points, there should be some nice There's a gold bar.
虫がいますね。あれは甲虫の類でしょうか。
ここは比較的乾燥に強
How
い
did I
生き
miss
物が
that?
多くてな。植物
What's
の
wrong with
硬い
me?
からで身の乾燥を防いだりしておるんじゃ
The
よ。
Mortgagea over here. This is like a marshy area. Lots of sleep herbs. So we need those for trank bombs. Go ahead and collect all of those we can. There are also more god bugs scattered among the rocks. Yeah. Here's a wiggly lichy. There's the other gold bug. Mention the Gajau here.
ちょっと
It's bliss builds. Right. Actually, sequence play breaking a bit because go ahead and tell you our next main quest
相棒、
takes us down
離れ
here.
ないでください。
But another might seed. Got an out and out swamp down there.
相棒、離れないでください。
Okay, they seem to have reached the stopping point. So I should probably meet up with them now.
相棒、離れないでください。
These lovely little small waterfalls.
相棒、離れないでください。
Flow fans or water ammo. And here's a nice little spot. You can find
相棒、離れないでください。
different types of ammo. Here are the fruit gathering places. Blue mushroom as well. In particular,
相棒、
we gathered those sleep herbs, and right over here some parashrooms to turn them into trank bombs. I think there's another here, some more right here. Alright,
相棒、
let's go meet up with them to make them progress and stop yelling at us.
相棒、離れないでください。
Of course, there's a beta bug right here. Lovely little fishing spot over there. Right in there takes you to some little foresty area. This will take us to too, but we loop around a bit.
相棒、離れないでください。
Also beta bugs here. It's a nice place to farm them a bit.
ほら、
Flash
オオアリ
bugs.
スカがあそこに痕跡がありますよ。
まだまだ距離はありますな。
さあ、行きましょう。
Okay, now they're going to head left. But we're going to make a right turn in Albuquerque here.
下り坂ですね。
Because
重い。
of the one there's a flash bug up here. More round cacti. There's a rare pet that can spawn up there at the very tip top of this mesa. Plateau. Well, it's not really a plateau. It's not flat on top. This stony outcropping.
今の音はもしや。
皆さん気をつけて。相棒、こっちに来てください。
Get us some honey, as well as a really lovely view of the area. As you can see, it turns into quite a proper sandy desert. Out in this side, whereas it's more
皆さん気をつけて。
arid marshland
こっちに来てください。
over on this end, and more rocky here in the middle, separating them. Alright, time for a surprise.
皆さん気をつけて。
リオレイヤじゃ。陸の女王のお出ましか。これはまずい。皆の衆、分かっておるな。ここで打つ手はただ一つ。逃げの一手じゃ。
急いで通り抜けますよ。スリンガーを打って音を出せば離れた場所に気を引けるかもしれません。
Seems like quite a large one. She's really spamming these tail whips for some reason. Oh, she's doing a little Oi. Yeah, watch it when she does that little hop back, because she's also triple fireball volley you.
なかったですね。
That can be quite the pickle if you're not abusing this guardian armor. She can absolutely do a number on you. Okay, so I want to snip the tail. Okay, she's going to
我らのマグダラウスだが、予想よりもはるかに巨大じゃ
head
な
up there.
どの文献に記されているよりもな。
The blue mushrooms around here, there's might seed over here.
あれほどの巨体を持ち得
Where
る
is
の
it?
か。
Yeah, it's right there. Quite a pretty little forested area. Should be some red bits around here somewhere. There they are. Okay, let's head up here so we can't coin air. Yeah.
やっとここまで来ましたね。
そろそろ腕まで見た痕跡じゃ。見てないけど。
皆さんもう一息ですよ。
次は目の前や。狩人だな。お礼の礼を申し
There
ます
goes a tail.
アイボーン、マグダラオスの痕跡を確認しましょう。
Wait, rude. Well, you're not so tough without you to tail, are you? That with a wing.
アイボーン、マグダラオスの痕跡を確認しましょう。
I I imagine she's quite knackered at this point. Yeah. Well, we can go back to base camp,
相棒、マ
which
グ
is
ダラオスの
actually
痕
over here.
跡を確認しましょう。
So there are two bonus camps on this map as well. Both of which you have to find. One of them isn't unlocked through the story.
マグダラオスの痕跡を確認しましょう。
Does anyone actually use these throwing knives ever? I wonder. So a quick way over to where her nest is, because her nest is, well, right over there. We can get there quite quickly. We're heading over here.
相棒、マグダラオスの痕跡を
And
確
we'll
認しましょう。
discover one of the hidden camps. Oh. Good bug has respawned. So, I recognise this if you like Final Fantasy or Kakata. If you kick him, he'll shoot his needles out and damage whatever's immediately nearby. So you can use him as sort of a trap for your monsters. It does a lot of damage, especially the finishing blow of it. Here's the camp area. Actually, I think this one unlocks automatically, come to think of it. In between the next quests. Boulder bone. Bit of bug. There's an earth crystal. We need that for Kin 6. Fierce barbarian. They give you some nice little gifts sometimes. Sometimes. Typically pretty useful stuff. Right. Let's capture this green lady. That's how you capture a monster. Usually the thing is that isn't even the monster that we're supposed to hunt for this quest. Thunderbugs here. Always good to grab those. Now up here. Ah, oh, bugger. We made it into the cutscene. I was hoping we could skirt around it. Oh well, we're going on an expedition here and clean up exploration, find the cat tribe, all that lovely stuff. Alright, one rocky boy. He likes to charge like a rhino, so notice these giant, large stone pillars scattered among the sand. I think you can put 2 and 2 together of how to make use of those. Alright. Check these mud piles, because as you can see you can get stuck in them. Now Blast is actually pretty effective against heavily armoured buggers like this guy. Oh sorry, Diablos is over there. Unfortunately, we somehow annoyed one of the buzzards nearby and they made their rocket. Oi oi. Now his little T-Rex arms are pretty weak to damage, so if you can hit those, I thought he flinched, but he didn't. There he goes. Obviously you want to avoid hitting him on the noggin. That's a good waste of sharpness. Unfortunately, such a large noggin, it can be... Are you laughing already? Oh, yes you are. Alright. So if you've noticed, when it comes to the Kensect, and Jibabs, red typically comes from the head, or at least what they typically attack with. White will come from the legs, or the wings, their mobility basically. And then their body, typically, is where they get orange, which is the defensive buff. Squad bug right there, so you can tell. So we'll smash that up. Lovely little mining node right here. This little path here takes us right by where we went in. That second camp, then went to grab Rathian. There's a fork right here, goes off to the desk area. There's another camp right over here. Lovely little fishing pond as well. There we go. Now
おかえりなさい。皆さん無
we
事
have
ですよ。
one more quest in the
安全な
desert.
場所に隠れてもらってます。じゃあ
It's one
迎え
more
に行ってきま
quest.
す。キャンプで待っててください。
Then we go back to the forest for a bit.
君はもしかしてご祈願か？
I'll see you with that insect glaive over there.
もうそれだけの時間が経つのか。古流の渡る時期がまた訪れたのか。
So the cats here are actually the protectors,
私もハンターなんだ。
and the gadget we get from them is
よかったら
a shield wall,
話を
sort
聞
of a
かせてくれない
taunt.
か。
It basically turns your kitty cat into sort of a quasi tank for you in fights. Makes the monster target them a lot. Can be pretty handy if you're,
そ
say,
うか。
a
皆に変わりはない
ranged
か。
weapon user and the monster's particularly fast, and it's difficult to
学者
maintain
先生た
distance
ちの
from
熱
them.
意も相変わらずだな。ところで君は
Can be pretty
あの
handy
モンスターを追って
in
い
that
るのか。
regard. Or if you're trying to learn a monster's moves in the line, you can just sort of watch
痕跡をたどれば。真実
while your
に
kitty
たどり
cat
着く
gets
と思って
smacked
いる。
around a bit.
そろそろ行くよ。この近くに私のキャンプがある。
And then
君たちも自由に使ってくれて構わない。
small monster
みんなに
that
伝えてくれないか。
our Palico will learn how to control, or the
私の
friend
子供は
rather,
導かれるに任せて進むつ
after
もりだ。
meeting them, is those
もし君も
Kistodon,
導かれたのなら、
those little buggers we killed
すべ
at
て
the
の
beginning of the
先に
second
また会おう。
hunt we did, right before killing the great Jargress. So that's fun.
今の方は
We did get a Rothian spot. Oh, I forgot to carve the tail. Bugger all. We could have gotten two. Oh well. Pity that. The Palico's leveling up really nicely. Let's make sure.
Bokuro. さて場所は大割塚の
Yeah,
荒
it
地だ。
unlocked that.
直ちに向かってくれ。
It unlocked that camp we stumbled upon there. Now over here, we'll unlock our first capture quest. Well, not here, but over that way. Secret to everybody. Okay. Iron piles. Technology. Laura. Guess we'll be mining. Right. Kuryaku is typically in the waste. That's where they hail from. Interesting. All these Kuryaku crests, but not a Feroth, which is what we actually hunted. Vespoid shell. Okay, we'll grab those.
お疲れ様です。
This kicks off
よろしく。
your capture quest line. So we'll have to capture Kuryaku for that.
なんや
And all sorts of things. Should have a new cantina quest. I think it's delivering the egg. I think that's it. I'll show you a little bit of a secret to that. Oh, okay, we have 2 of them. 7 Gajar, 14 Vespoid. That's good. We'll do those. We need the Vespoid parts anyway to deliver for that campsite. Now we go in here. Need that monster bone ale. I feel like Rathian should be able to drop them, so it may have just been unlucky that we didn't get one. Arjanath can drop them though. Guess we'll go. Well, we're not too far away from the actual story hunt for the bugger. But I would like to start getting the speed up a bit because there's the Slaughter Insects pain in the keister. And here's a better poison weapon, so we'll actually equip that on our precious kitty cat. And, we'll just deck her out for Ralphian gear, I suppose. It's basically equivalent to the Anjanap stuff. Here we go, feeds the Vittle. Alright. Do we want to do the Gajar first, or... We'll actually switch weapons. Just because. It may be my imagination, but I feel like... So we need to actually capture... Or not capture, we need to... We need these Vespoids to not shatter into a billion pieces when we kill them. Which unfortunately, they have a habit of doing. Bait bug, use those to fish with. Alright, we have a lot of that. What I need to do. Oh, what I was saying is, and I feel like melee weapons have a habit of bursting them apart a lot more often than ranged weapons, or at least light bowguns. Could just be faulty memory though. Probably is. Let's be honest. There'll be some Vespoids over here.
ライトボウガンは身軽な遠距離武器だ。素早い攻撃と
Hidden in
回避を
these
得意としている。
vines.
あ
Yeah, easy as. Oh. I didn't want to do that. You need to set these mines down, and they do a lot of damage, so you can make good use of them. Set the traps. In these bone piles. What? Faulty memory it is, it seems. Kill them with poison though. Oops. Oi oi. Kill them with poison. They'll leave a body every time. But work on creating a gathering set. Try to look at my other character to remember what pieces actually go in that gathering set. But there's a skill called entomology, and if you have that maxed out, they'll always leave a body. The bugs will. So that's good to know. Alright. So the Diablos came up through the sand over there. It's a sand trap. Almost like an lion trap. And down here is where you can find the nest in this cave down here. Of course, I don't know if they're actually on this map at the moment. Okay, seems like we're done with mining nodes for the moment. Is that a thing? That would happen. Now you heard me mention gunpowder earlier with fire herbs. Fire herbs are used for flame ammo, but they're also used for gunpowder. Now you may have noticed that, like, here's gunpowder level 2, and there's also gunpowder level 3. So what those are, they're specialized gunpowder that can turn normal ammo into normal ammo 2, PS ammo into PS ammo 2, or spread ammo into spread ammo 2, and then with sticky and cluster bombs, you get the idea. Or level 3 for the level 3 gunpowder. But just plain old gunpowder, which is made from nitro shrooms and fire herbs, rather, which I don't have any on hand at the moment. You combine with barrels to make bombs, barrel bombs. Right, here's the Diablos. takes a sand nap. When they're not out eating cacti or just being completely too ornery. Flame nuts. So flame nut makes gunpowder level 2 and blaze nut is gunpowder level 3. If you're curious about those. But they have a lovely sky on this map. There are always really nice sunsets and sun ups. Right, we need to the other camp. Up here, by the way, is some slicing ammo. And there should be another one. I think there's a second one around here. Maybe over this way. Seem to be mistaken. More bone piles. More vest boys. What? Yeah, so with fire guns, if you'll notice, so you notice how the reticle's a circle, but you move a little closer and it starts turning orange. That's critical distance. You do bonus damage there. You'll still hit when it's the white circle, that means you're in range, but you're not in critical distance. Bows do that as well, so it's not just the bow guns. Grab us a bunch of geckos. Oh, you can grab the ants too, for some reason. Oh, here are the other slash berries. Right. And here are the cats. Oh, this is normally where they spawn on the expedition. Some honey right there. And here's the cat. So now we've discovered all the camps on this map. Let's head back over to this camp, and I think there's, besides the big swamp area where we'll be going next main quest, I don't think there are any more areas to show you besides one more little spot. Well, for one, shortcut out of here. It's through here. It's a bug. Down here by the swamp. Oh, right. I think I've said this before, but the almond flies are edible, apparently. Plenty of vest board over here. This is where Roros would, or Farrell, when he was lamping away, this is where he was headed to. Bury himself in the mud over there. By this big rock. Sort of in that big puddle over there. Alright, there's a bone pile over here. Can you not climb up? How embarrassing. You call yourself a cat. Billion me.
場所は大有塚の荒れ地だ。直ちに向かってくれ。
So yeah, you might notice these give research points and they give armor spheres. So those armor spheres those armor spheres are used to upgrade your armor, as one might expect. Still need one more shell. 2 monster burnos. So Rathian can drop those. We got really unlucky there. Shame. Oh well, we'll polish those off as we're able. Let's go back to Conclave. Alright, crafting list. Should be in traps. Yeah, gunpowder here. So, make that auto craft. There's some gunpowder. And large barrel bombs. However, we need large barrels to make those. Which you can get from over there. sure. We'll go with that. So, barrel bombs. And now we need gunpowder, fish scales, devil's bite, or the like, to turn those large barrel bombs into mega barrel bombs, which are what we would actually want to use. We're a little ways away from. Where am I going? There's no sense in not immediately jumping on the next quest. No, not that one. These will be quick since we've already explored, besides doing the expedition. So we just need to get in here, kill the Gajal, and get out. Here, up here. I forget which bounties we have. Okay, we have entomology. It's good. We don't have bone piles there. Mining nodes. What? We do have flora though. Lost nut. Dragon strike. What seed? Bomberry. There we go. And just take a little dip. So the three Gajal up in the upper marsh area, and then there are about 5 or so down here in the actual swamp. So it's no problem at all to find the 7 of them. Should have carved these. Wait, 4. Let's see, I could have sworn there was another. Ah, he's over there. Oi lad. We do need to kill an extra one though, just for fancy. There we go. Just carve those up. Skin our whiskers. Oh, the drops taken out. I think the whiskers are rare. Or rarer, as it were. It's typically the way it goes. Iron elm crabs can drop piercing pods and get on a little kick. Piercing pods are well, it's between them and bomb pods for being the most damaging sling ammo. Actually not certain which one is more damaging. Share liver added to the canteen. Now let's go capture some
場所は大有塚の荒れ地だ。
Kuruku.
直ちに向かってくれ。
Then we can move on with the main quest. And since this is low rank, we actually don't need to bring our own. We actually don't need to bring our own strength bomb and traps because they all provide them in the supply box. But once you hit high rank and above, they don't baby you anymore. So, to be prepared for that. Actually, I want event quests to be available for us soon. Also soon. I forget what this one gives. Oh, just a bunch of Kestodon parts, probably. It's not the most useful thing in the world, unfortunately. Alright. Where will he likely be? Probably traveling around this area.
このクエストはモンスターの捕獲が目的です。討伐は失敗となりますので注意してください。捕獲に必要な支給品が届いています。特に捕獲用麻酔玉は必須中の必須。
Oh, if you're curious about the cardings, those go on your arrows. So bows use those. Good old bow. Okay, we need mining nodes. Yeah, a lot of them. The mushrooms. Plenty of mining nodes up in the greater desert area where it gets sandy. you'll recall. Here's some honey. So cool. Can come around here. We can also go up that way. We want to grab these sleep herbs though.
シルベムシが痕跡に反応していますね。調べてみましょう。シルベムシが痕跡の特徴を覚えました。この調子でどんどん痕跡を探しましょう。
So if you remember, I showed you where the herbivore eggs are over there. Well, he likes to go snatch him some dinner over there, time to time. And he'll just chug along through here and go that way. Looks like that's where he went. They're all see as well.
シルベムシが痕跡を追い始めました。緑色の光の帯についていきま
Oh,
しょう。
he's coming up the river.
シルベムシがターゲットに
But
導
I
い
can
て
see
くれま
that
す。もう少
very
しで
often.
モンスターと遭遇できるはずです。モンスターの狩猟が始まるとシルベムシが隠れてしまいます。ご注意を。
There he is. We're just intentionally over-gathering tracks just to level up our knowledge. It's actually a fairly big one. Normally a bit smaller than that. Actually, I'll show you what's over here. It's easy to track down. So here's actually where he takes, if he grabs an egg, he will sneak into this little area, go right over there, and start nomming on it. Right over here. So this is kind of his nest. Just use a bit of honey. I'm actually wasting time doing this because I'm going to need to go on an expedition to grab the cat in this area anyway. So there's no sense wasting time on that quest to do it. Alright, Kudu. Looks like he's hungry or thirsty one. Alright, this sort of spot. Since we're here. Yeah, you might recall one of the rooms that went in. Showed you it's nice. Have some ammo, have some blue mushrooms. There's a little crawly crawl space, or a little hole to get in, and then to get out down there towards the river. But up here, lots of bones for you. Right. And lucky us, the parish rooms grew back. Right. Sometimes the footprints of the tracks. So he's got an egg now.
暴れるモンスターの捕獲は困難です。まずは十分に終わらせましょう。
Okay. Just going to go over here with the water, can make it a bit harder for me to maneuver. He's picking up a rock. Luckily we cancelled that action for him. Can be quite annoying as a melee. Not even ranged if you try and aim for his head and he's got that bloody rock blocking everything. Oh, there he goes again.
モンスターが十分弱ってきましたね。罠を使用して拘束しましょう。今です。十分に麻酔が回るまで捕獲。
So, word of warning, the timer you have to fiddle around with things after proof of concept. Now the final hit of that is what does the most damage. So basically you can say take Beroth over next to one and Cacta, kick it, drop a shock trap, stun him, and then kick the Cacta, and it'll eat through him pretty hard and heavy. You actually get more rewards for capturing a monster than you do killing it. So generally it's better to just always catch them, because you unlock new optional quests anyway. Once we get far enough in the story where those start appearing, at least. Get very used to capturing monsters.
Yeah. お疲れ様です。
Now he wants us to capture Beryl. What are we doing for else though? Going to go ahead and embark on an expedition so we can grab the kitty cats. Yeah. So, unlike when we first went on an expedition in Ancient Forest and discovered that camp and fought the Kuruyaku for the first time, where all three field researchers, the Piscine, the Lennian, and the endemic life researcher, were all three on the map at the same time. Generally, there's only one on the map at a time. So in this case, it's the Lennian researcher in Wildspire. Actually, don't remember where they stand on this map. So you'll need to track down the Piscine and the endemic life researcher both to do their quests on this map. Oh, he's over there. See him there. These little buggers. The males, as one might expect from a type of deer, have antlers. And if you can strike them in there, on the noggin, you can break those off and get white antlers, which are used in some pretty important medicines. Also, keep an eye out because there's a rare spawn with these hairs where a nice red colour one can pop up. Pilot hair, I think, is what it's called. So do keep a look out for that. Like me just scaring them all off like a big dummy. They're fairly common. Let's go ahead and talk to the lad. Now let's get to grabbing doodles. Some more over here. Looks like Cooler's over here. I remember Brythian was as well. If we stumble upon her, we'll try to kill her again because we need some large bones. Yeah. So Kulu Yaku, it's the arms from the Kulu Yaku armor have a skill on them called Pro Transporter. You'll want to grab those. It doesn't matter if they're low rank, high rank, master rank, as long as they have Pro Transporter. And you'll want them for certain missions where you need to capture an egg and bring it back to your box. Without it, your character will act like that egg is the heaviest thing in the entire world. Without it, you scoot along pretty handily. Okay, we need more doodles. That's not where I want to go. My scene researcher will be doing over here at this obvious spot when he actually shows up on this map. Bone pile over here. It's a really lovely area here. Nice waterfall off the end of the rocks. Rathian's probably in there, and we do want to kill her like I mentioned, but We have to go here for more doodles first. What the crab are already? Oops. Okay, you grab a bitter bug and a spider web. More bitter bug. Even more bitter bug. So these spatial gathering spots, the tough-skinned fruit and the cacti. Ancient forest has the mushroom colony and the flower beds. They have several tiers of things you can gather from them. They have common, then like rare, and then like super rare. But those will only start popping up in high rank plus, I'm pretty sure. And then there's a fourth sort of secret rare drop that only comes from a very special node of the type that doesn't normally spawn on the map, except when that particular type of node is flourishing, which you can find out before you head out on an expedition or a quest. It'll be on the map information. Lots of doodles around here. The bonus cactus would be up top. Here is where it will spawn when they're flourishing. And the flower is actually in the kitty cat's nest. Lots of doodles here. Lots of them. Lots of these bloody birds as well. Oh, I thought we already gathered those. Oops. Alright. Now we can go track down Ralphie if she's here. Doesn't look like she is. Never mind. Okay, need the wing. So something I neglected to mention last time, proof of concept here, is her tail, if she hits you with it, can poison you. So if you want to make Ralphian fight a lot easier, snip the tail off. We knocked it over. Didn't think her tail had much to it. She can't poison you anymore. Let's see if we remember to actually. Now we already captured it, so I'm not going to do it again. Fairly certain the game keeps track of it. rogue there, besides her spirit. She thinks she's Usain Bolt. There we go. Gave it a good old trip. Easy as. There's a tail. There it is. Not. It's a material. It's going to be on the bloody map. Wait, no, seriously, where is it? Tail? Oh, there it is. If it was a snake, it would have bit me. There you go, spike. Your wing talon. Another spike. What are we here for again? Alright, doodles. There actually should be some. I think there's some. Well, not here. I will swing by and grab the mite seed that's down here though. Yeah, pretty sure there's some doodles around here. Interestingly enough, there isn't a main quest to kill Rathian, so it's either do it of your own volition there, or just wait till you get an optional quest and do it then, which, to be fair, I could have done. Huh. So much for my memory. I was pretty convinced that there would be some doodles there. Close in there. Oh, if I think about these maps, there are only 3 large monsters on them at a time. So if one times out and leaves, or you kill or capture it, after it disappears from the map, another one will spawn in to take its place. I know he plays with a lot of doodles. I think I do. Oh. See that Palico over there? Notice how he's alone, and he looks more like our Palico, where it's just sort of has some monster armor on. That is another hunter's partner Palico. So you can grab those as well. They can have pretty cute interactions between themselves, bragging about their masters to each other. However, there's no bar or anything that'll level up. They don't level up like the wild felines do. As you fight alongside them in combat. Also have that. Completely lost track of what I was doing. I was going to show you Pretty sure this spot over here with all the bones has a bunch of doodles, but it's kind of the complete other way. Wait, really? I was certain that there were doodles over here. Going senile. Huh. Well, it doesn't really matter because the whole point of collecting the doodles, and you don't have to do this, is just to find the base. Sorry, I've been wasting time. Anyway, also there's some parashrooms here. Pick them up, please. So let's head on to their proper base. They already roaring at me. What's got here? I don't have time to make you angry yet. Promise it won't take long. Right. Let's bear off. Oh. Gee, I wonder what that could be. Oh, wait, there's some doodles. Oh. Oh, we already finished with the doodles anyway. Wow, I'm really on the ball today. Let me tell you. Fine, fine. So, they let you know that some of the mates are missing, so you have to go scare them up. That's
立
fun.
派な角ですね。突き上げられたらひとたまりもなさそうです。
I have time for you yet. Do you think it's funny how it could see me through the bloody rock? So if I can remember what these little buggers are, well, they appear on the map, but that's cheating. It's no fun. I actually need to go over there. You want to really take off that Diablos, make one of those, yelp a bit. Oh, yeah, there's a smash. Should work. Or Slinger, please. You're supposed to lock on. Okay, there's some rocks around here. Here we are, right here. Huh. Why? Oh. Guess they have an issues performing in public. So this one's a bit. So the thing is, we have to sneak up on them, sort of. We need to make sure the back is turned before we drop down the level or they'll run away. Just want to re-equip the net. That was almost very bad. Okay, there are two more. This one's probably just the one there. Okay, I know there's one on the rock up here. Actually, there should be one here. Down here, rather. Yeah, there's one there, and then there's another on the rock near where we find the adamant seed. Oh, bugger. That's what we get rid of. Yeah, probably the ivy. Curious why that happens to me sometimes. The interact button or the Gava button for ranged weapons is the same button that sends out the insect on the insect glaive. And I've played a lot more ranged weapons than I have insect glaive to this point. So able to do in that sometimes. Alright. That's weird, there's supposed to be one here. Maybe there's just 4 places they can spawn, because I swear there's one that's usually there. Oh well, maybe next time. Not a mistake for not aiming high enough. Alright, it's in here. Oh dear. Seem to be allergic to my own stupidity. It's an actual guess. Okay. Listen, young lad. I need you to turn around. Pace really slowly. That's closer than it had any right to be. Case in point about my lost me. This is where the doodle would have been. Yep. This was an area I was forgetting to show you. There's a couple mining nodes in it. As opposed to bone piles. Now we return to the protector's hideout and befriend them. Be good to go. Yeah, and it marks honey capacity. Actually, let's see. No, I think we've really not progressed much today. Already. I keep lollygagging around, playing with Rothian. Because after this we have to capture a bear off, Dung beetles are petable as well, as you can see. Okay, no more distractions. We need Diablos. Alright. Never lucky. Alright, tell you what. There we have the shield spire taunt wall. Oh, that's certainly a thing. So we can freely return that. Incidentally, after we progress to a point where that's not there anymore, any monster you capture will be on this platform for a couple of quests. Just a little bit of immersion for you. Alright, let's go. Did I see? Okay, guess I didn't. Yeah, you see they're both red. Really is the central cat that he'd be more likely to be in. Or nearby, rather. Strangely, this is the first time I've had this much trouble. Unlocking the central cat. Oh, we should get a medium monster bone from this, probably. I'll try to remember to grab the Vespoid's shell as well. Hopefully. Okay. Now remember kids, this is capture, not kill. So we can't well on him like we did last time. Also, just like we've mentioned before, now we have casted on mates, as well as being able to ride them. Okay. Where the button is. Should be some protectors over here. Now I say that, but just because we're on like Wildspire, bug catches from Ancient Forest could be popping up. And vice versa. So there's no guarantee. Well, you can guarantee with grabbing the map's own species, or tribe rather, by going directly to the camp. But the ones just randomly exploring like those were aren't always matching up. Vespoids. Right. We need one shell. Well, first of all we have to hope that we don't blow them all up. Oh, right. Okay, maybe not right. There we go. Easy as. Where did it go? I hear it. Oi. You little wanker. Okay, let's go find Bear off now. So those are old footprints, won't even cut right. Yeah, what's that there? Been neglecting picking up his tracks. Should probably stop doing that. Should have grabbed the god bug here. There he is. Well, he's close enough to get in the train. Yep. Bye. I just did a lot of damage to Bear off in several ways. Also, scream aboard. Where you going, lad? Look at you go. you coming for Peroth and me? Okay, that answers that, I suppose. Embarrassing, you got so stuck like that. Ta-ta. Sorry about it. But Diablos is typically one that I have much cause to hunt. Due to for one, I don't use any of the armor. Certainly don't like it aesthetically, so even if it had good skills, or rather it would have to really have good skills when using. Of course then they have layered armor, so it doesn't matter anyway. Oi! No! Come back! Come on, lad. Come on. Don't make me call the Obblers back here. Alright, come on. Big tummy. Easy as. Calculated even. Just as we wrote it up. Or drew it up, rather. That's not right. We already got that. Or I thought we did.
場所は大アリ塚
Might
の
have
荒
been
地だ
something else.
直ちに向かってくれ
いやあ
Typically say to grab iron piles, mushrooms. Okay, we'll go Fane one. Alright, get into. Not any of those over here. Let's go over and top this lad.
いや
Okay. Right now we're just getting research points for those quests, but the rewards will pick up as we get deeper into the quest line. Okay. Now I think the only thing we have left to do is continue the story. Yeah. Don't think there are any these are really interested in at the moment. Let's go fishing. What do you say? So those screamer pods, they're when Diablos, so they're useful against Diablos, or well, we're going to fight here, or a master rank ice variant of what we're going to fight here, where if something's in the water, on the ground, and you use one of those, it'll scare them up. For you. Boy, next nut. Ominous. This little bugger is a real annoying one just because how much you have to farm them for, especially if you use live wire guns, because their particular live wire gun's really good for spread too, which is just about your best DPS live wire gun type for a very large portion of the game. Very large portion of the game. But it takes so many parts, and for whatever reason, this bugger's quite stingy. At least to me, he is. Let's get the might seed over here. Go back over here. So there's some thorns down here. Let's go and grab some slinger ammo. Well, probably won't be making much use of it. Alright, time to meet everyone's favourite fishies, Girardidos.
あいつがやったんだ。見たんだ。
There's no Antarcticus. Oh, Toby.
あいつがボルボロスを。
Now in Rise, the next Mortana game, came on after this. I'm still waiting for the PC release on that bugger. because I don't have a Switch. They actually, from what I recall, fixed the Gerardo's fight and made him a decent fight now. So people actually enjoy fighting him. Unfortunately, in this game, he's very much hug. Okay, where's the... Do you not have orange essence anywhere? Guess have to get that from them. No, that's red. Alright lad, I'm gonna need you to stay still. Basically just wiggles a lot. And he doesn't take any bloody damage because he's covered in mud armor. In their defense, he was supposed to be a different monster. Unless I really miss remembering things. Pretty sure he's supposed to be Legiacrus, but they couldn't get the Leviathan model working with the way they designed the world due to basically because of the way Leviathans go along the ground and how uneven the terrain is. They couldn't get it to not be all buggy and glitchy. I don't understand. You don't have orange. Guess that sort of seems familiar. Suppose. I think he's getting pretty weak. Well, this is one of the weird monsters that drops extra pods, so you can't always tell when he's going to start limping. Well, unless you keep that in mind. Now this bug is really susceptible to paralysis, so if you happen to have a shock weapon on you, you can do a number on him. Good news is you don't have to capture the bugger because there aren't arena quests for him. Thank goodness. However, it can still be useful because better drops, and again for water element stuff you have to bite the bullet and gather a bunch of his stuff for them. It's unfortunate, but must be done. Oh, that's lucky. Typically need a bunch of these, a bunch of those, and a bunch of his back, which, as you can see, we didn't even get any. Fangs are also an issue. Nightmare fish. Now we can go elemental with our insects.
一度揃って皆の学者たやつは
大凶
ここで大峡谷でゾラマグダラオスの捕獲を決行したい。
捕獲
幸い
今を賞賛は
なければ
答え
決まりだな。
だったらその前に最近
よし、アンジャナフは
総司令君
Alright,
あとは気になる報告が上がっていたら
capturing Zora
調
Magdaros.
べに行ってくれるか。
承知
What could go wrong?
ゾラ以上解散。
So next hunt is Toby Godachi. We're going back to the
研究
forest,
所の所長さんから話を聞きませんか？
but I think we might save that for next time. It's he, and then we finally officially take over Langino. Yeah. So now we have Beroth over there taking a siesta. Because we can talk to the botanist over here
じゃあ頼むよ
to get our first specialized tool.
次の任務はトビカガチの狩猟ですね。場所は古代樹の森か。
Right. Yeah, I missed this when I was here before.
おい
Guess it hadn't popped up yet. Let's see. Yeah, nothing else. Alright. Next time we'll continue with the main story and see if we can't get quite a bit further along in low rank. Maybe even get out of it, who knows. If I wasn't so anal about completing side quests, maybe we would. So, till next time, see you then. Hope you enjoyed.